Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 7 in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew, the Silent Spy. You know who we haven't talked to since we made him break into our house? Ned. We should see. Clearly that didn't go well, but we should check in with him.
Is everything okay over there?
Let's see.
I need to know everything you can find about Revenant.
What?
I don't know. It's a terrorist organization. At least I think it is. Do you still have access to the database at the paper?
Yeah, but there are still clearance issues. Wouldn't most of this stuff be classified?
Can't let a little thing like that slow us down. And Ned,
Yeah?
I'm running in the dark here. Give me everything. Gossip, rumors.
Really?
Really. Sometimes with organizations like this, a lot of details hide in plain sight.
Got it.
I met my cathedral contact.
What exactly is Cathedral?
It's a local intelligence agency.
Like the... Actually, I don't know how to finish that.
Like a field office of the FBI. They're watching over Glasgow.
So what's this contact like?
Can't tell. He's not really giving much away.
Professional habit, I imagine.
True.
So do you think you can trust him?
No, but that's the standard answer these days.
You can always trust a Ned.
That's exactly what an imposter would say.
Busted.
Bridget's not a real person.
What?
She's a spy.
What is the spy to normal ratio in Scotland?
In general or in my experience? Actually, to answer both, I would guess maybe 1 in 2.
I have no idea how to help, but I'll do what I can.
Me too. Working on it. Bridget, or should I say Zoe, is an American who's here to stop the colony operation.
So you have an ally. Great.
I wouldn't go that far.
So you have an enemy. Unfortunate.
I also wouldn't go that far.
So you have a casual acquaintance. Interesting.
You're getting closer.
I'd see what you can find out from her. You should be suspicious of everyone you meet.
Done and done. Goodbye.
Thanks, bye.
We literally can trust no one. No one whatsoever. Okay, let's go down and visit Ewan and see if perhaps he can get us those glasses.
I've got those glasses for you. Here, the drive was wiped. Not that that slowed me down. Nothing worth your while on there anyway. The basic OS is there. So you're now the proud owner of neat spy glasses.
What exactly do they do?
Right, I don't know.
Definitely not something the average person would have.
Aye, I'm picking up on that.
I think she actually might be an American spy.
Listen, we're friends with the Americans, but I don't trust her. I'm going up a security level. That means extra security on the lift. Passcode, voice print, and skeletal recognition. You will not be able to get down there with anyone else.
See you around.
See you around.
Skeletal recognition? It's a fancy elevator. Are we allowed in here yet? System offline still? Seriously? I want to try and get in here.
It's locked.
It's got cool stuff. Okay, well, at least we have cool spy glasses. That's pretty neat. So we can walk around and, like, see things. Should we walk up to her wearing them? Hi.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
I guess we can't walk up to her while we're wearing them. While we are wearing them. There we go. Let's go this way. Who can we talk to? Who's here? Alec is still gone. We could go talk to Moira. Yeah, out in Bearsden. Bearsden? I don't know. Not quite sure which one is correct.
Nancy.
Goodbye.
All right then.
Okay, so literally no one has anything to say to us. What can we do? We have this Jabberwocky poem, but...
Can't check that off yet. Still can't check that off yet.
But we can't really do anything with them yet. I wonder if, since the glasses were Bridget's to begin with, maybe they have something to do with something in her room. So I guess let's go back up to our room and use our fun spy glasses to see if there's anything in her room, perhaps. Over this way. So we need our bow and arrow. Hiya! Alright. Anything in here? Anything at all? Invisible ink. Oh, fingerprints.
That's a code, all right. Looks like I'd better get cracking.
So I have to click a certain number of numbers or letters or something, but how do I know which ones? Does she have anything written down? She only has McLorthern written down. Does she have anything else? If I can get a bug, I can bug her. That was just her phone. How do I know what her password would be? I don't believe that I have anything that would show that to me. Huh. Like, what am I spelling out here? Do I even have... Oh, I have Nancy's mom's case notes. We could maybe read those. I don't know how helpful those will be either. Let's check them out. This isn't much, but it's what I have. Kate was working on these patterns when she was at Cathedral. This is what led us to find Revenant and eventually led her to find the colony operation. Kate did her best work at the cabin, considered a safe place. It's where we would monitor our leads from whenever we planted bugs or ran surveillance. I imagine you'll still find some useful tools there. Whoa. Lots of codes. I'm stuck. The name means something. Colony. Why haven't I figured it out yet? What I keep coming back to are those events. Okay, recap. Read this again and come up with something brilliant. Football season was over, but busloads of hooligans would still assemble as if they just poured out of the most infuriating match the world had seen. This happened again and again over the course of a few weeks all over the country. Then nothing. I know it's crazy, but it was like they were taking orders from a highly skilled outside group. From Revenant. But why? What's to gain? Is this practice? 1 year later, the standing crowds. Noon on a Tuesday in dozens of cities across the country, standing large groups in the city centers. An hour later, they leave. Not one person involved agrees to be interviewed. At least at first. I tracked down one man. He agreed to speak, but seemed so scared. He didn't know why he was afraid, but really didn't know why he was there that day. As he recalled, he just went. I've read about psych cases like this before. It was like someone had found a way to drop a series of breadcrumbs that he'd follow. Someone found a way to make him do what they wanted and feel like it was his own idea. I think those things we spotted, those were the experimental trials, and now they've left the lab. So are they putting this into practice and we're missing it, or is this a tool that someone is waiting to use? And make special note, this isn't mind control. There's no magic beam. It's priming. Giving people the information and stimulus it takes to reach a predictable, consistent outcome. If this sounds far-fetched, think advertising. Think of the items in your house right now that you absolutely had to have at the time and now couldn't care less about. That's priming in a nutshell. You're presented with an expectation and you fulfill that expectation often without knowing why. What we're looking at here is the evil twin of public relations. When danger appears, the human inclination is to seek out authority. That is what will be primed, more or less, with Colony. The formula, which will be some variant of the diseases I've sent in the encrypted file for obvious reasons, will sicken enough of the population to cause a societal collapse. If they are working the way I think, their actions in the days after the attack will be the red flag to watch for. Revenant has discovered how to take advantage of expected behavior and twist it into a mold of their making. What follows will amount to a coup d'etat. Picture this perfect storm scenario. The attack hits, the city is sickened, emergency crews come in. They ride in like saviors to put us back on our feet. We're grateful. We don't even notice that during that period of chaos, all positions of authority in the city have been filled by the emergency authorities. The structure of the city now belongs to Revenant. Suddenly, we're those people standing in the city center, knowing that the ground has shifted below our feet, but not knowing why. I think Colony is about theater, and it's about putting an ace in the hole. Let's say the plan works, stage 1 at least. City gets sick, city gets better. Revenant now leads the police, civil infrastructure, and has footholds in all levels of government and intelligence. That's why they're so fussy about the formula. This isn't just an attack, it's psychological warfare. I spoke to Dr. Wells at Cathedral about the formula. She told me that even the tamest virus still poses a major threat to the sick, the young, and the old. Don't forget that when we hear phrases like non-lethal, it's a statistical expression. Moira, I don't know if I'm right or wrong here. I need your help. Whoever is behind this attack is only after keeping the productive members of the city alive. Tell me that doesn't give you chills. But why Glasgow? I've got work at the cabin. Find me there if you need me. And then we have information about a code here. No letter or number appears more than once. Oh, I think that must be for at the cabin. So I guess that's where we're headed. Kate sure left a lot of notes for us to read. A lot of notes. She was a writer.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I have nothing to say to you, apparently. Okay. Let's go to the cabin. To Loch Lomond. Away. Okay. So, like, if I want a bug, how do I get it? I want one of these. So I can put it in her room. But I believe that the code here is in her journal. Mom's case notes here. So no letter or number appears more than once, and we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and then 1 through 9. C is below A and above H, and it's basically like a 9x9 grid for each number and each letter. So the numbers and the letters do appear in the same code, which might make this a little tricky because it's just a big code. There's a 9x9 box up top for all of the letters, and then still a 9x9 box right below it for all the numbers. So this is a huge code. Like, there's so much stuff in this. So what I would recommend is jotting out a couple 9x9 boxes, and you can mark where you know things can't be. So C is below A and above H in the same column. So we know that C, A, and H have to be together. And C is below the A and above the H. So AC, essentially, is going to be in one of the columns. And we know that for a fact. We also know the 5th row contains only even numbers. So the 5th row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is only even. And essentially, if you write down your notes in a logical enough way, you might be able to do some process of elimination. All 3 columns contain 3 consecutive numbers in some order. All 3 columns. I was going to say, how can I do that if it's only even numbers? But that's in the row. And all 3 columns have to be consecutive numbers, which would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's not too complicated. E is above D and immediately next to J. But we don't know if J is on the left or the right of it. And in one column, B is immediately below J. E is above D and immediately next to J. So J has to be at the top, and then there'd be a B below it. And then the J is above a 4, which is immediately above 6. Which then means that there'd have to be a 5 below that. B is immediately below J and above 4, which is immediately above 6. So 4, 6, 5, JB, and then the only other letter options we have. 3 is next to 4 and below G. 3 is next to 4 and below G. So G has to be in the middle. And, or at least with the E and the D. Yeah, G is below D. So then the only letter we're missing, A, B, C, D, E, is an F. So one column is JBF 465. 1 is EDG, and then the 3 is next to it, and then another is ACH. And 7 is to the left of 1. 7 would have to be in the ACH column if we're doing consecutive numbers, because EDG would have 1, 2, and 3. And 7 is to the left of 1. The 5th row contains only even numbers. So 3, underneath the 3 would have to be a 2 and then a 1. And then 7, 8, and 9, because then the 5th row all has the even numbers. Okay, that's pretty good. And now I just need to put them in the right order. 7 is to the left of the 1. And are there any other directional ones? E is above D and immediately next to J. In one column, we did that. ACH in the same column. The 5th row contains only even numbers. Oh, and decreasing value from left to right. That helps. Decreasing value from left to right. So 8 would be the highest, and then 6, and then 3, 2, 1. Okay. I think I got it. So let's try this code. So we're going to try on this side. A, C, H, 7, 8, 9, and then J, B, F, 6, 5, 2, no, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, and then we want E, D, G, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's clearly not correct. What are we missing? No letter or number appears more than once. C is below A and above H in the same column. Yep. The 5th row contains only even numbers in decreasing value from left to right. Yep. That's the 5th row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. So we're good there. All 3 columns contain 3 consecutive numbers in some order. 7, 8, 9, 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5. So yep. E is above D and immediately next to a J. Yep, E is above D and immediately next to J. In one column, B is immediately below J and above 4, which is immediately above 6. B is immediately below J and above 4, which is immediately above 6. 4, which is immediately above 6. Yep, okay, so that's correct. 3 is next to 4 and below G. 3 is next to 4 and below G, which is below D. Yep. 7 is to the left of 1. Does it mean, like, directly to the left? So, like, this is in the wrong order? 3 is next to 4 and below G. Do I have to switch the 7 and the 9?
Ha!
There we go.
You were a worthy opponent, but I beat you.
But I beat you. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a bunch of cool stuff in here. What do we got? We got a box, Agent 379237.
A bug. Can't pass this up.
No, we can't. We're gonna take that.
This battery is sincerely dead. I need to find a cord to play this.
I have one of those in the hotel room. And then we have another journal. Good golly, Kate was quite the journaler, wasn't she? Okay, Dear Fake Diary, perhaps I'd be well served by a muffin and a coffee. Tea is a fool's game. Hey Moira, stop reading my fake diary. You should feel fake shame. Next time you're up here, though, you mind stocking up on the snacks? I just spent the last day subsisting on bits of those sad cookies they give you on the plane. It made me a sad researcher. Sad and hungry. I think that would make anyone sad and hungry. I am bored. No one is doing anything. Solo bagpipe jam. You missed it. Guy on the radio just said earworm. Earworm is a terrible expression. Makes me shudder. There needs to be a new term for a song that gets stuck in your head. Nope, can't think of one. Bagpipes? This is the longest wiretap I've ever wiretapped. Maybe I'll learn a new skill. Question, are there cameras here? Because I have busted some moves. Moves have been busted in a really fundamental way for the last hour, and I just realized that we tape everything. Oh well, if it gets out, maybe I'll be famous for inventing the pop and chomp. It's a new style of eat dancing I've been perfecting. It's not as good as the waffle shuffle, but it's close. Man, a watched sleeper cell never boils. I wrote a poem for you. It's freeform. Peep this, fool. Moira, you are dumb, and I hate you, and through the days my thoughts linger on how much you smell. Just kidding, you're great and brilliant, and I can barely see the stink lines when you walk in the door. Nice, Kate, you're a poet. I was inspired to compose my own opus for you. P.S. Arty spacing in free verse means you're a hack. Here's but spring, the angles of frost, retreat from windows, long stretched and suspended. Kate is a big fat idiot. Hey, who are you on the phone with? I'm writing this slowly so you think I'm telling you who I am talking to, but really I'm just enjoying making you wait. I am not going to tell you because it's none of your business. Dear Moira, I bet you're wondering why that window is broken. In fact, I was. I repaired it, by the way. So what happened? I broke it with a telescope. Cloud moved, and I got excited. Saw Jupiter. Have you seen Jupiter? Didn't think so. Kate, settle in. Your security detail is keyed in. Your data is ready. We need you to go over every irregularity you can find in the Royal Institute of Health staffing. We're working on comparing the heat maps over the last few days. If the agent is truly in production, we'll see it. Nancy, I know you're upset with me for leaving, and you should be. I shouldn't have come here. I see that now. Oh. Hey, Kate, I know you're gone. I wish you could see the water here. It's summer, the sun is slanty, there's wind. I was kicked out, by the way. I don't know if I should run. Should I run? Or would you prefer I just wait? I'd do what you want if you only said what that was. It's fall again. I'm not dead. I guess they knew the weight of my own thoughts. It's winter. It doesn't matter that it's winter, does it? Sad. Okay, well, there's that.
A disc is missing. I'll need to find it first.
And we found this giant cipher thing. And I think that's everything in the safe. So, cool. We got a bug. We got a MP3 that we need to listen to. All sorts of good things.
Still haven't done that.
But we can't check anything off our task list in true Nancy style. I'm going to leave this part right here. Thanks for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.